Welcome to this documentary explainer. Today, our mission is to investigate a massive mystery unfolding right before our eyes. We're talking about the sudden, and I mean almost overnight, emergence of a global robotics superpower. You know, for decades, the whole idea of a humanoid robot seamlessly operating in our homes has been pure science fiction, right? Something locked away in movie scripts and elite laboratory testing facilities. But as you'll see, the shadows of that science fiction are rapidly becoming a tangible, fully functioning reality. Okay, let's dive right into this. We are currently witnessing an unprecedented convergence of massive capital, genius-level engineering, and quite frankly, immense supply chain gravity. Just think about the sheer tension of these numbers for a second. We're looking at the birth of machines equipped with a 10 billion yuan artificial intelligence brain, yet somehow wrapped in a surprisingly affordable $15,000 metal body. And the target destination? It's not a restricted military bunker, it's not a highly controlled factory floor, it is literally your home. So this leads us to the ultimate cliffhanger we're solving today. What actually happens when a machine standing right there in your living room can literally imagine the future before it even moves a single muscle? We're going to investigate how a secretive yet totally explosive company called Giga AI is pulling the strings behind the scenes, turning the long dreamed of robotic butler from a conceptual fantasy into a physical reality, right now. Just look at this headline for a moment from South China Morning Post. This is the news behind today's video. Commercial humanoid robots in China may soon do laundry, make beds, care for the elderly. Companies are still improving data required for robots to perform complex household tasks, some of which require embodied AI. With that said, let's go straight to the intro. The algorithm buries channels that show the truth like mine every single day. The only thing that fights back is you. One like, one subscribe, turn on the bell icon. That's how the truth about China survives on YouTube. Don't let it disappear. Thank you very much. This represents a massive paradigm shift. Listen, this isn't just another text-based chatbot generating emails or writing code on a screen. No, this is physical AGI. That's an artificial intelligence built entirely to understand, interact with, and seamlessly manipulate the actual physical world. And the physical world is infinitely more complex than text on a screen, right? It involves gravity, friction, unpredictable collisions, absolute chaos. Spearheading this monumental leap is a post-90s AI genius named Huang Guan. A doctor from Tsinghua University, Wang has basically assembled an elite dream team of former internet giant architects to build what the industry is now dubbing the open AI of the physical world. And the scale of their operation? It is absolutely dramatic. According to the Demographics Data and Deformable Physics report, Giga AI secured a staggering 2.5 billion yuan, that's roughly 345 million US dollars, in just a single month. That tidal wave of capital rocketed them past the 10 billion yuan valuation in record time, entirely dwarfing Western competitors like Fireworks at 307 million or Goodfire at 209 million. Industrial giants and state-backed funds are literally fighting tooth and nail to back this vision because they recognize that whoever controls the physical AI space will essentially control the next industrial revolution. Now, the contrast here is stark. Traditional robotics relies entirely on rigid, hard-coded algorithms and preset routines. In that old paradigm, the robot only does exactly what a programmer explicitly typed out. It's a blind follower. But Giga AI? They operate on a world model, specifically their proprietary Giga World platform. This completely transforms the robot into a proactive thinker. It acts as a predictive engine, allowing the machine to literally imagine the visual outcome of its actions. It basically thinks to itself, okay, if I do A, the world will look like B, before lifting a single finger. It isn't just executing commands, it's adapting and reacting to reality in real time. You know, one of the greatest dangers in robotics is slow response time. Obviously, if a heavy machine hesitates while holding a knife or carrying boiling water, it immediately becomes a lethal hazard.
Well, by baking physical consistency directly into the policy weights during training, Giga AI's native architecture, the Giga World Policy, achieves a massive 9x speedup over previous generation models like Modus. It decisively cuts inference latency down from a sluggish 3,000 milliseconds to a lightning-fast 360 milliseconds. That is a machine reacting to its environment almost as fast as a human being. Section 2. The C-Lite S1. So meet the C-Lite S1. This is China's first general-purpose household humanoid. And let me be clear, this isn't a clunky, stationary arm bolted to a predictable assembly line. It is designed from the ground up to operate and manage the beautiful, unpredictable chaos of a domestic kitchen. In stunning real-world demonstrations, it chops tomatoes with absolute precision, fries eggs to perfection, loads washing machines, hangs laundry, and even makes beds. Just think about how much delicate physical dexterity it takes to stretch fabric across a mattress or adjust to the shifting weight of wet clothes, especially compared to repetitive factory work. It doesn't just move through your house, it genuinely operates your household. While many Western competitors are deeply obsessed with making robots walk on two bipedal legs, which, by the way, is a design choice that is incredibly expensive, massively power-hungry, and carries a very high risk of the machine violently tumbling down your stairs, Giga AI took a completely different path. The visionary choice of a two-armed, wheeled chassis makes the C-Lite S1 incredibly stable, highly cost-efficient, and most importantly, commercially viable for immediate living room deployment today. Not 10 years from now, but today. And because homes are inherently chaotic environments, this machine is designed with an uncompromising focus on ultimate safety. Armed with advanced proximity and highly sensitive force-torque sensors, the S1 features instant freeze safety protocols. The exact millisecond it detects a curious toddler reaching out or a pet running blindly across its path, it halts completely. Its structural stiffness literally dissolves. This ensures it remains a helpful silent brother, and absolutely never a hazard to your family. Section 3. The Wuhan Robotics Ecosystem. Over in Wuhan, the future has already opened its commercial doors. You can literally walk into a 7S dealership, much like browsing a high-end car showroom, and just shop for humanoid robots. This pioneering retail model covers absolutely everything from direct sales to spare parts to specialized downloadable skills training. Right now, there are 17 different humanoid models on display for the general public, with starting prices plunging to a genuinely shocking US $1,150. The future isn't locked away in a laboratory anymore, guys. It is a walk-in retail experience. Just behind the scenes at the Hubei Humanoid Robotic Innovation Center lies what is essentially a massive, highly disciplined school for machines. Over 100 robots undergo rigorous, simultaneous training across 23 complex simulation scenarios. This pipeline generates over 1 million real machine data entries every single year. And this clean, highly accurate data is fed directly back into the AI models in our relentless loop of continuous evolution. It basically means the collective hive mind of these robots gets significantly smarter, faster, and more capable every single day. This ecosystem is so incredibly advanced that the local government is already actively preparing for mass public adoption. They launched a specialized pilot program issuing unique 29-character ID numbers for every single one of these machines. This code tracks the robot's entire life cycle, its maintenance history, exact hardware parameters, and crucial liability records. It totally grounds this sci-fi technology in absolute legal reality, tracing the machine from the moment it leaves the factory floor to the moment it powers on in your living room. Section 4. The Supply Chain Miracle. According to the Demographics, Data, and Deformable Physics report, we are looking at a sheer global monopoly. Fueled by highly localized sourcing and impossibly dense manufacturing clusters, China accounted for a massive 85% of all humanoid robot shipments globally last year. Just let that sink in for a second. The entire rest of the world combined made up just 15%. This isn't just a comfortable market lead, it is total industrial dominance on a scale we rarely ever see. And this dominance is built entirely on density. In places like Changzhou's Wujin district, 90% of a robot's parts are sourced locally. sometimes from factories literally just down the street from one another. This proximity creates an economic cost revolution that defies belief. Critical high-performance joint actuators that once cost an astronomical 60,000 yuan have plummeted to just 600 yuan. That is a jaw-dropping 99% reduction in cost for the most vital physical components of the machine. Because of this absolute miracle of the supply chain, the target retail price for the C-Lite S1 is plunging entirely out of the realm of luxury and sinking below 15,000 US dollars. The guiding philosophy of this entire operation is stunningly simple. For the price of a Honda Civic, you can own a full-time Butler. This completely bridges the massive gap between elite $100,000 research lab tools and a product actually designed for everyday working families. Section 5. Next steps. We are definitely not talking about some distant, vague horizon here. Right now, a 100-unit pilot fleet is actively being deployed in employee housing to gather granular bug reports in messy, real-world environments. This paves the immediate way for massive, completely free public trials in Wuhan by the first half of 2027. All of this aggressive testing is building toward a hard target commercial retail launch in June 2027. Think about that. June 2027. The robotic Butler is essentially arriving next year. As these machines rapidly mature, spurred on by looming demographic crises and severe global labor shortages, they are poised to permanently alter the fundamental fabric of domestic life. So we're left to wonder, when a $15,000 machine turns your home into an autonomously active labor space, effectively outsourcing all of our daily physical chores, what exactly is the future of the human experience? Seriously, what will we do with all that reclaimed time? That is a profound question to ponder as we watch this industry explode into the mainstream. Thank you so much for joining me on this dramatic investigation into the frontier of physical AI. I really hope you found this breakdown as fascinating as I did. This explainer is officially signing off. Mission complete and goodbye.